Yeah, action and reaction from Anfield and the rest of the day's Premier League action to come. Welcome along, Asmir, Michael, Mark. Only one place to start, though. With less than 24 hours to go, Mark, the transfer window clock is ticking. About Manchester United, and we spoke about it a bit earlier. We're talking about this game between Aston Villa and Crystal Palace. The goalkeeper, the Villa goalkeeper, Emiliano Martinez, not in the squad at all for this game. I think we can hear, can we, from Unai Emery. This is what he had to say before the game when he was asked the question why Martinez was not in the squad.
Bisotto. Marco Bisotto.
Where is Martinez, though?
Marco Bisotto.
Will he be your future goalkeeper?
Marco Bisotto.
I've not seen that. So, 2 words, Mark. Marco Bizot.
Marco Bizot.
Where are we with Emiliano Martinez then? Because it looks pretty significant that he's not involved at all tonight.
Marco Bizot. Marco Bizot. I know you've had your questions. Thank you very much. Yeah.
He was nabbing me then. I was wondering what's happening here.
You know, it amuses me when I see that kind of a situation. Juliet Farrington just trying to ask the questions that the Aston Villa fans want the answers to. This is a goalkeeper they've had a huge relationship with, who's been a big part of their success. He's had huge personal success as well in the game over the last few years. There's been all this speculation throughout the course of the summer. Is he going to Manchester United? Is he moving on? Is he going to be Villa's number one? And we're just trying to find out the answers for the fans. And we want to know what's going to happen. The fact that he's not involved with this Aston Villa side would suggest there is a possibility he could be heading to Old Trafford. We know that Manchester United are in the market for a goalkeeper. There's been a couple of names on their radar. What happens over the next 24 hours or so, we don't know. But I think it's very clear that Unai Emery has a new number one at Aston Villa, and that there is a chance that Emi Martinez ends up at Old Trafford.
Unai Emery has sounded frustrated for quite a few weeks now. One of usually the most mild-mannered, most friendly, warm managers I've had the pleasure of interviewing. You've interviewed him, Darmish, you've interviewed him. But there's something about, he's not happy, is he? And it's not just about Emi Martinez.
I think there's a real frustration at Aston Villa because this is a football club that have very wealthy owners, huge ambition. They have a proud history of competing in European football and challenging at the sharp end. But they can't get to that table because of the PSR and FFP rules. And I think that's where the frustration comes. And you speak to anyone, you know, you go into a football club, you build a good squad, you try and improve it, you try and compete, you try and get better every single season. But when you've got rules in place that stop you improving and selling your best players, it's almost like you're running through mud. What am I supposed to do? Or what, just reinvent the team every single summer? It's not possible. You can't just go and sign players, bring them in, and they're a brilliant replacement for the players we've just sold. And I think that's where the frustrations come from Unai Emery and from the Aston Villa fans.
Just on the goalkeeping situation at Manchester United, we are told that internal discussions at Manchester United over their next steps with regard to signing a goalkeeper are continuing. You mentioned the other option that they have. His name, Sané Lammens. He's from Royal Antwerp. Aston Villa, we think that they made an inquiry yesterday, but they haven't pursued it. And Emiliano Martinez, of course, is another player who United are interested in. We are told that both keepers are keen on a move to Old Trafford. Martinez has had other offers, but it's thought he is waiting on Manchester United. Now, one source has also told us that United have explored the conditions of a deal for Martinez while talks continue with Royal Antwerp over Lammens. So it's a case of trying to keep both pots boiling and then deciding which one they are going to go for, Manchester United, because Galatasaray also pushing for Sané Lammens as well. And United, as they have been practicing throughout this transfer window, they do not want to get embroiled into a bidding war. Both potential deals are, however, thought to be complicated. And so, given the time left in the window, there is still a chance, Asmir, that United won't sign a keeper before the deadline. If they do, and you were holding the purse strings at Manchester United, you were in the recruitment team at Manchester United, who would you go for, Martinez or Lammens?
Yeah, I think you have to go for Emi Martinez. I think they've had, a few issues in trying to replace David De Gea for quite some time now. They've tried different goalkeepers, different situations, and really gone for goalkeepers who are improving in the Premier League. So I think if you get the chance to sign an Emi Martinez, who's Premier League proven, been here for many years, played so many games at a high level, done incredibly well for Argentina, I think it would be that statement signing in that position that they really need. And I think he's one that can be there for the next few years and hopefully provide some stability, because it hasn't quite worked out for the goalkeepers that have come over the last few years.
Yeah.
Transfer shocker at Old Trafford. Manchester United are on the brink of a huge decision that could change the future of the club. With the transfer deadline just hours away, United are weighing up a dramatic move for Aston Villa's World Cup winning goalkeeper, Emiliano Martinez. For months, United fans have been crying out for stability between the sticks. The Red Devils have been in talks with Royal Antwerp for Lammens, a promising 23-year-old Belgian shot stopper. But while Lammens shows hunger, he lacks one crucial thing: experience at the very top level. And right now, United can't afford another gamble. That's where Martinez comes in, not just any goalkeeper. This is Argentina's World Cup hero, a man who has lifted trophies, silenced critics, and been crowned FIFA Goalkeeper of the Year twice. With nearly 200 Premier League appearances, he brings proven class, leadership, and a mentality that Manchester United desperately need. After United's nail-biting 3-2 win over Burnley, manager Ruben Amorim hinted at the pressure his goalkeepers face. Being a Manchester United goalkeeper is not easy these days. Those words hit deep, because it's true. The Old Trafford crowd demands greatness, and Martinez has shown, time and again, that he thrives under pressure. So, is this the turning point? Could Martinez be the man to restore fear in opponents and confidence in United's defense? Fans are already buzzing with excitement. Would you back Martinez to become United's new #1? Drop your thoughts below. This could be the transfer twist of the season.